What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we're going to be talking about 3DS. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are going to be talking about Nintendo 3DS. But why are we talking about 3DS? Because it's my favorite console. But honestly, if I were to really talk about the 3DS, I'd have to do more than just one video, because there's so much to talk about it. There's so many things about the 3DS that I absolutely love and miss about it. But before we get into that part, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share this video, and definitely do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, the Nintendo 3DS. This little guy right here. I have a beat up one. This isn't my OG one, because I used to have a problem back then where I used to trade them in. Ugh.
Stop it. Get some help.
But yeah, this is the original 3DS that got launched and released in 2011. This cute little thing. This thing was priced at $250, which is, dear God, that is a hefty price tag for a little thing like this. It had no games on it at launch. Literally, I think it was Pilot Wings and Street Fighter. I think that's all I bought for it. I think that's all I really wanted out of the launch games. So they really had nothing to play. This thing had nothing to play until about summertime that year, which was like June, I believe, where they finally released The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. That was its like first true game. And wow, was it amazing. The game was running at 60 frames per second, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. Woo, beautiful. Even in its little tiny screens, it looked amazing. So as soon as this thing came out, it already had a competitor that was going to be releasing soon, which was the PS Vita. And graphically, if you compare this to the PS Vita would win any day of the week.
You what?
I mean, it just had bigger screen, and on top of that, it had way more horsepower, so it could do a lot more than this thing could. But somehow it ended up winning. Now, the reason why I love the 3DS is because Nintendo supported this to the very end. And what's the best way to support it? Console variations. This console had so many different variants to it, it was unbelievable. And yes, I did own a lot of them. I owned a lot of limited edition ones, but I don't have them right now because I'm stupid and because I used to trade them into GameStop, which is the dumbest thing you could do. Just don't trade anything into GameStop, especially if it's a limited edition. They're not going to give you what it's worth, and you just end up losing. I mean, come on, don't do it. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of the 3DSs that I have, that I've purchased throughout the years. And yeah, we're going to compare and contrast, and we're going to see which one's the best looking one. Actually, no, we're not going to see which one's the best looking one because they're all the best. But I'm going to order them in the way in which I think is the best. So best to worst from the ones that I own. Alright, you guys already saw this. This is the OG. Beautiful right there. The 3D on it, terrible. Back when they first launched this thing didn't have facial tracking like the new 3DS and the 3DS XLs do. So if you moved slightly, boom, the picture was just blurry and you couldn't see it right. Terrible. So this one's definitely in last place when it comes to the variants that I have. The next one is this guy right here, which they call the door stopper. This is actually my son's DS, so that's why it looks so beat up. I would never have my DS looking like this. But yeah, not super creative, but apparently a lot of people really did enjoy this version of the 3DS, or 2DS, should I say. Just because of how comfortable it is. You know, it's really easy to use in the hand. So yeah, that's where that's at. Next up is this guy right here, the 2DS XL. The reason why I'm placing it in such a low place is because I was never really fond of this style The only reason why I got into this is when I bought the Hylian Shield version, which I ended up trading in.
You what?
But yeah, this version of this is okay. It's not that bad looking, and I do like the black borders on it. Makes it look more cinematic. So this is a really comfortable one, but I'm putting it there that low because this one's not that cute looking. So if I had the Hylian Shield version, it would definitely be a lot higher up. Next up, we have the first iteration of the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Now this guy right here, this is a step up right here. I actually own the same one, not this one, but the same color and everything.
You stupid.
Just because I like the black and the fact that it looked really, really good, felt really comfortable. I'm a real big fan of the XL versions of those consoles. So this one is definitely in that place. This is also my daughter's, that's why it's so beat up. But yeah, this is a solid version of this console, and if it was brand new, it would look amazing. Now we're getting to the exciting part of the video. The really, really cool looking ones. I got this guy right here, the Zelda Limited Edition 3DS right here. Now this isn't the new Nintendo 3DS XL. This is actually the older 3DS XL, and you can tell because when you open it up, there's no thumbstick there, and there's no extra triggers. So yeah, but this one does look really, really cool because it's got the all gold interior. I mean, you can't beat that. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome looking. And then when you pop it open and you look at the back, check that out. Check that out right there. You got the dual Triforces symbolizing Hyrule and Lorule. Cool, right? But yeah, this one was definitely one that as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need to buy that. I definitely need to buy that. So I did. I actually ended up buying it for my wife. So this is actually my wife's DS and she still uses it. Alright guys, on to the next one. Alright, now before you guys start freaking out, you guys need to know that this 3DS is in second place, okay? So the only reason why it's not higher up is because first place is just, this is just such a cool 3DS. But let's get into this one. The Pikachu Edition 3DS XL. And this is from the new line too. So the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Don't get confused. So, as you guys can see, you have Pikachu's awesomeness right there, looking gorgeous. And if you guys open it up, you can check that out and see that you can see his tail there. How awesome is that? This is definitely one of my favorite versions. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much because of the fact that it's like shiny, but it's just such a cool looking 3DS. It just looks really awesome. And on top of that, you look at the inside, bam, look at that. Yellow all the way in the inside, and it's got the colorful buttons right there. How cool is that? That's pretty awesome, right? Now the reason why I'm gushing over these 3DSs is because a lot of the times they did come out with other limited edition consoles, just like this one, but sometimes it would just be like the front and the back and not the insides. So like, let's say the inside would be like gray. So it'd be like if they took this guy right here, you see how it's gray in the inside? It's like they took this one and then just put, you know, new faceplates on it, which is cool, but I always felt like it's not a full limited edition console because they didn't fully do something different like they did with this guy right here. So definitely one of the coolest looking ones. Amazing console. Now, last but not least, this has got to be one of my most favoriteest. I think it might be my favorite 3DS. Limited edition 3DS, actually, now that I think of it. The Super Nintendo SNES 3DS.
The cream of the crop!
This 3DS, and this is actually the one that I'm using right now. As you can see, you got the little Street Pass right there. Yeah, Street Pass. This console is just so cool looking. You got like the grayish purple hint, and you also have the logo that looks like the Super Nintendo. So if I were to hold up a Super Nintendo right here, you can clearly see it's like they took that right off of it. And at the same time, if you open it up, I'm playing Pokemon.
Nerd!
But if you open it up and flip it upside down, you can see it looks like the console. How cool is that, guys? Don't mind my shaky hand. That's legitness right there. So I just love this console because I just love the purple of it. And the fact that when you open it up, it's got like the gray buttons. So it's not standard regular buttons like how you have in the other ones. They're like a grayish, so they match the color of the console. And on top of that, bro, you have the two different styles of purple buttons. How freaking awesome is that?
Oh yeah!
And yes, you got the 3D too. The 3D lever is purple.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
I love it when they make consoles like this. When they put so much time and effort into making a console look amazing like this one does. And this is why this is my favorite one. Now, if you guys agree, let me know in the comments section. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. And also let me know if you guys owned any of these consoles or still own them to this day. Oh, and you know, I do have to name a couple of honorable mentions because I just, whether I had them or not, there's a couple ones that I did own, and there's also a couple of ones that I didn't get a chance to get because of how high in demand they were. Obviously, the one I didn't get, the Majora's Mask one, which was incredibly rare, super hard to come by. I mean, that was sold out within seconds of it being put up for pre-order. So I didn't even have a chance to get one of those. And when they released them, obviously they were being scalped like to no other. They were being scalped like it was nobody's business. I mean, I'm talking $200 console was selling for thousands of dollars. So I didn't get a chance to get that one, which sucks, but you know, what can we do? So there's that one. One of my favorite ones, which was kind of a lazy one because it only had the face plates, was the Monster Hunter Edition one. That one's got like silver design on it. It looks really cool. I did actually own that one, and I traded it in.
Oh my god!
And then the other one that would have been probably my favorite one was the Fire Emblem Edition one. That one, I loved it because they didn't go lazy on it. It was black and white in the inside and in the outside. And I do believe it had like black and white buttons. That one I also ended up trading in because I'm stupid.
Success!
Yeah. So I did have that one, and then I think the last one, I already mentioned the Hylian Shield one, which I ended up trading in. And and I also owned the Samus Returns one too. And I do believe that was like the last 3DS that they came out with. And I ended up trading that one in too. But, well, I mean, it's still dumb. But that one actually had broken speakers. So the sound wasn't good on it. And I didn't return it to GameStop because I was like, this is a limited edition. If I return this to them, they're just going to give me a regular one. They're not going to have any extras of those. So yeah, that was dumb on my part. But yeah, 3DS consoles and why I love them. Alright guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!